Look at this old beast, the Junkers Ju-52, developed in 1932. We're going to fly this bad boy all the way up in the air, circle around the airport and try to land it back down. So let's start the engines. And to turn this one on, we have to stand up. There we go. The beauty of VR. Hey, BMW, by the way. We go to this electrical panel over here and we turn on the main switch first of all. There we go. We set the generator switch to on, turn the instrument lights on, turn the beacon lights and the navigation lights on, as well as the electrical instruments. Alright, let me get back here. And this is, of course, the beauty of VR, that you can do this. Alright. Okay, let's turn on the actual engine here. But first of all, I will make sure that the throttle is pushed a little bit forward. That's for the left, right and middle engine. There we go. And up next, I make sure the central ignition switch is pressed in, the engine-specific ignition switch is pushed in, and the magneto switch is set to both. And then I pull the starter switch to engage the starter. There we go, first the middle engine. I will make sure the RPM is rising and I will release it as soon as the engine is running. We do that for the right engine as well. So I'm gonna push here or pull the starter switch. Love the sound effect here. There we go. And that's all set. And we do that, of course, for the left engine as well. Going to pull the starter switch, the left one here. Observing the engine. RPM is good, releasing it, and well, all set. And here we can monitor the RPM. So if I push the middle engine forward, we can see the RPM going up, so that's all good. Now, on the right side of the seat, we can rotate the handwheel. I'm not sure which way. Let me just do it this way. This is to set the flaps to the takeoff position. Well, I'm not sure if I'm doing this correct. I can't remember. Okay, so that is all set. I think we are ready to taxi right now. Let's go. Alright, let's taxi. The runway is all the way on the right, and to taxi I will only use the middle engine. Not sure if that's correct, but for me it works. As you can see, we move forward straight away. Let me ease down here on the thrust. And I have to use a lot of rudder input here. It's very sensitive on the ground. But if we take it slowly, we will be able to manage to reach the runway. Man, look at this. The lighting of the cockpit here. The sun coming in, it's fantastic. You can see the vibration as well of the middle engine, which I love. Things that vibrate in the cockpit make it so much more realistic, instead of it just being static. Alright, I will fast forward it until we reach the runway. See you soon. Alright, here we are at the runway, making a small left turn. Now the sounds of the plane could be, in my opinion, a little bit more rough. It sounds a bit weak in my opinion compared with the real deal. But here we are, ready to go. Alright, here we go. The RPM seems to be good. Pushing all three throttle levers forward, making sure that I have all three of them. Yep, there we go. Grabbing the, well, steering wheel, it seems, instead of the choke. Okay, here we go. A lot of rudder input here again. No steps down. And at around 100 kilometers per hour, the nose will slowly lift up by itself. A nice positive climb rate. We don't have to put up the gear. That's not possible. There we go. Pushing throttle all the way forward. And there we go. We just took off in the Junkers Ju-52. Its nickname, by the way, was Tante Ju. Yeah, was developed in 1932. Of course, used as a transport plane. Also in World War II. And around 4,000 to 5,000 were produced here. And man, love to do this in the VR. We can see the indicators here, altitude, speed, and we will just do a quick turn around here, and then we will land this plane back where it needs to be, because we cannot damage this plane, of course. There are not many left. And yeah, just climbing here slowly. You can also see how fast we are climbing. And I really hope that museums in general, but of course in this case aviation museums, will start to use VR to let people experience how it was to fly such a bird, or just to see the cockpit, as it will be very hard to put a plane like this in every single museum around the world. By the way, going to make a small right turn here. The plane reacts very slowly on the input, so which is nice, I think. It's not very sensitive. Going to make a right turn here, and then soon we will be able to see the airport on the right hand side. But yeah, like I said, if they can translate these VR experiences into museums for kids to experience as well, how it was, for example, to be sitting in a tank, or in a plane, or in, you know, travel through an old city. It comes to life, you know. What do you guys think? Okay, I aligned myself up with the runway. RPM is set, throttle is to 5. We have 2 white lights, 2 red lights on the runway, so we are descending at a good rate. Let's just keep an eye on the lights there. Yeah, this is absolutely great. Just looking to the left, seeing that reflection. Damn, man, this is it's so awesome to do this. Alright, now I have to focus a bit here. Okay, we have a very stable descent rate. I don't like the trees though. Just here before the runway. If something goes wrong, we crash up in one of these trees. But it looks spectacular. Especially because, yeah, I mean, you are watching this on a flat screen. I am here. I'm actually in this plane. Just realize that. And yeah, just using the rudder here. Okay, I have to concentrate now. I want to grab the steering wheel of the choke, whatever, with the yoke, the choke. Why do I say choke? Yoke. With my left hand here, so I can use the right hand to slow the plane down once we land. Seems to be all good. Very stable. The landing gear is down, thank God. Alright. Yeah, this is beautiful. And touchdown. A little bit of a bounce here, but okay. All fine, all fine. Okay, putting everything down. And then putting the middle engine forward for us to taxi off the runway. And I will... I hope we can go to the left here soon. I think so. I will fast forward it a bit until we are at the end of the taxiway. Alright, here we are, back again. Let me see if I can turn the plane around here. I think this is exactly where we started. So, if I go a little bit around here to the right side... Well, if this will work, it will be perfect. But I can already tell you that this is... Okay, left rudder here. Rudder, back. Yeah, I thought this would happen. Oh. Well, I'm gonna stop it. Stop. Okay, well, we safe land. Well, we landed safely. All right, now I just pull these all the way down. That will stop the engine. The middle one, we do the same thing for the right engine. And of course for the left engine as well. There we go. And we will have to stand up one more time to the electrical panel. Here, that one is off, okay. And then here on the right side, the electrical panel. And just, I mean, just the walking around in the cockpit here. Man, let's turn, yeah, I don't know. It's fantastic. Well, I hope you enjoyed this flight, everyone. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.